Hello people, this is Great Time 2 Unit 1, and on my previous video I gave you some exercises to work on them, and now let's correct them, okay? So the first one will be Think Values section, okay? On this exercise we had 7 questions on the quiz that we have to associate with the letters from A to G. So I'm going to open my answer page here, and then we can work together. So number 7, we have, which of these things do you do most? This is related to being with people. Number 1, do you smile a lot? This one will be related to being positive. How many hobbies do you have? This one, having interests. When do you relax? Getting a rest. How many hours do you sleep a night? As I have the word here sleep, I'm going to associate with sleep. Do you like exercise? Will be enjoying exercise. Do you like puzzles and crosswords? This one, giving your brain exercise. So let's check. Okay, so here you have your answers for this exercise. On page 14, let's work on this exercise number 1. Complete the sentences with the words in the list. So I'm going to open my answer page. In the box I have relax, do, does, don't, says. Number 0, I never relax. Number 1, my best friend, I don't smile very often, so I will put says. Number 2, I don't really like them. Number 3, as here I have your teacher, and then I can replace it by he or she, I'm going to put this. And last one, I have the gap, and then you like exercise. Then I'm going to put, do you like exercise? Let's check. Okay, so that's it. Now on this rule box here about the simple present. As you can see, I have 3 sections: affirmative, negative, questions. Okay, so the first part on the affirmative, I have I, you, we, and they. We are going to use the base form of the verb. If I have he, she, and it, I'm going to add s or es for the verbs that ends in s, sh, ch, x, or z. Negative sentences for I, you, we, and they, we are going to use don't. He, she, it, you are going to use doesn't for the negative. Questions. I, you, we, they, we are going to use do. He, she, it, we are going to use does to ask questions. So on the same page 14, exercise number 3. Complete the sentences, use the simple present of the verbs. So on this exercise I have some verbs in parentheses, okay? Then you have to complete it accordingly. Let's check together. Number 0, I don't like roller coasters. I get really scared of them. Number 1, my daddy doesn't sleep a lot. He only needs 5 or 6 hours. Number 2, do you study English? Yes, I do. Number 3, my daddy cooks really well, but he says he doesn't enjoy it. Number 4, does your sister play on the school soccer team? No, she doesn't. Number 5, my grandparents don't like traveling. They prefer to stay at home. And number 6, my brother watches TV all day. He doesn't do anything else. Now on page 17 of your student book, let's check exercise 1. Okay, so look at the sentences from the blog on page 16. Draw a happy face or a sad face next to each one. So let's check here. Number 1. I love taking photos. Once I have love, I'm going to draw a happy face. Number 2. I can't stand walking to school. I can't stand is quite negative, so I'm going to draw a sad face. Number 3. I hate being alone. Hate, the opposite of love, so I'm going to draw a sad face. And number 4. I like writing poems. As here I have the verb like, I'm going to draw a happy face. On exercise number 2, I have the rule box. So use the ing form of the verb after verbs that express likes and dislikes. Example given: like, love, hate, enjoy, can't stand. To make this form, add ing to the base verb. For example, if I have be, I'm going to put I hate being alone. If the verb ends in e, drop the final e. Example given: live, it will be living. If I have a verb with consonant, vowel, consonant at the end, I'm going to double the final consonant. For example, swim, swimming. Now let's move on to exercise number 3. On exercise number 3, complete the sentences, use the ing form of the verbs in the list. In the list I have run, visit, swim, eat, ride, talk. 0. I hate running to catch the bus to school. Number 1. My mom and dad enjoy eating in nice restaurants. Number 2. My brother can't stand talking on the telephone. Number 3. They like swimming in the ocean when it's warm. Number 4. Donna really likes riding her horse. And number 5. We love visiting new places on vacation. Still on the same page, page 17, I have this exercise about adverbs of frequency. Complete the diagram with the words in the list. In the list I have always, occasionally, never, often. So I have 0%, 50% and 100%. 100% I'm going to complete with always. Then I have usually. Then I have often, sometimes, occasionally, rarely, and never. Let's check on my answer page. This, okay, so 0% I'm going to put never. Then I have rarely. Then I have occasionally, sometimes, often, and 100% always. Let's check. Okay, that's it. For exercise number 6, complete this sentence so they are true for you. It's very personal, but I'm going to answer that about me. And I want you to pay attention on the verbs, like on number 1 I have do, write, am, watch, gets, turn. So, when I'm going to complete the sentences with adverbs of frequency, you are supposed to put the adverbs of frequency before the verb. But whenever you have the verb to be you are going to put the adverb of frequency after the verb. So let's complete together. Number 1. Those are our personal answers, so don't worry, okay? You complete with the adverb of frequency that you want. So number 1. I sometimes do my homework when I get home. Number 2. Oh, this is bad for me. Number 2. I never write thank you notes for my presents. Number 3. Oh, I'm never late for school or work in my case. Number 4. I sometimes watch TV in the mornings. Number 5. My mom never gets angry if I don't clean my room, because I always clean my room. So, and number 6. I often turn off the lights when I leave the room.